We're gonna hang out here. I'm gonna show you, actually, I guess this could be a little mini video if we want it to be for YouTube, how I organize my toolbars and inventory. So we'll do that now and then finish up the rest of the temple. Thank you for those of you who joined us earlier on. Have a good night if you're going to sleep. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out for the first stream. All right, tab opens up all of our characters' inventories at the same time. And we are going to do some rearranging. Again, this is to kind of like standardize all my characters together because I don't just play one character at a time and I will never remember where anything is. Why are you being so weird? Okay. Sometimes inventory bags are kind of glitchy, and especially up against the portraits, it doesn't always like to work. So we'll figure this out. So I start by putting all of my basic bags up at the top. We've got our camp supply pack, which is where food goes when you pick it up. We have our alchemy pouch, which is where the herbs and things we collect out in the wild go. And then we also have a key ring that collects keys when we pick those up. Shadowheart has this mysterious artifact with her. That's the item that we have been trying to see what she's carrying. And then all characters start with a spell scroll for Revivify in case one of your party members dies, and your healing potions. So that's the order that I kind of put things up on the top row. There we go. Okay, it glitched out and I couldn't see it. We have taken both of our healing potions on our rogue though, so let's put some more there. We can split up groups so that we can spread them out. There we go. All right, and then for the books, let's do the books at the start of the next video stream, I guess. I'll put those all in one spot. We're gonna put our money on the top row. Our thieves' tools are gonna stay with us, so those can stay up here with our shovels so that we can dig things up if we need to. These aren't magical gloves, but we can put them on just for flair. And does leather armor help anyone right now? I think it helps Gale, who normally wizards can't wear armor, but Gale is a human who has a light armor proficiency, so he can wear that. Everyone gets to be the same here. All right. We're going to equip another weapon for Astarion because he's not dual wielding. And if we have short swords do more damage than daggers. So that's your main hand weapon. All right, anything else that I'm skipping over in terms of like basic stuff? Okay, and then I did pick up a couple of pouches. I'm going to use one pouch to hold all the things that we throw. Anything that you would throw at someone to activate. So we have a couple of those so far. We have void bulbs from the ship, which if you throw them, they gather everyone together. We're not going to throw the nautiloid tank. We're going to carefully place it so it doesn't blow up in our face. But we do have some other things. We have the spiked bulb that explodes out and does piercing damage. There's another short sword for Astarion. Caustic bulb, that's what I was looking for. So these three come from like the Mind Flayer ship. We have a leather helmet, which is light armor and gives a bonus to dexterity saving throws. We can either give this to Astarion or ourselves. Let's be a little selfish right now. You can keep the helmet on, or if you want to toggle it off, there's the show helmet button above here. So you can keep it on in game, but like hide it during dialogue, or you can turn it off entirely. Let's show off that hair that we worked on. So we can have that going. Light crossbow for Astarion. I spent a non-insignificant amount of time managing inventory, which I know isn't fun for most people, but there's farming games and stuff too, right? Like people like that. It can be meditative. Okay, where's my grease bottles? I also have grease bottles, which I'll show you how those work as well. We have another pouch down here. I haven't had two rogues in a party before, so I normally only have one bag of these on the on the rogue, but I'll put it on me for now. These are things that we can dip our weapon in to give more damage. So I'll show you what that looks like as well when we start back up again. I think we just have the one for now. I might be missing something, but we'll figure it out. So those are those two. And then I like to have a bag that is all of our long-term like questing or storyline things. So that's going to be in this backpack. Actually, let's move these over. This is throwables, dippables. Okay, so we might put some of these in there. Leather boots we already have. Let me start using Gale as like, I don't want to look at this right now, and that'll help clear the clutter. Oh, you know what I also learned recently is that torches do more damage than like most weapons when they're lit. Let me... Okay, he's not proficient in clubs, so he can't use it. But it does 1 to 7 damage because it does the bludgeoning damage plus your fire damage. I think Shadowheart has the best. Can we light the torch, please? Thank you. I
wonder what the next move is.
All right, I'm gonna give her the torch for now. She does more damage with it than with her mace, which is silly, but it's what it is. All right, we're gonna bring all of this over to Gale. We can sell it. Here's more grease bottles. I've watched some streamers who can operate and it works for them, but I could never. Where like when they're looking for something in battle to like throw, they just look through all of their things, and I'm like, I can't handle that kind of pressure. How heavy are these? These are 0.4 tabs for right now. Let's keep these Eldritch tabs, maybe for sentimental reasons, for our story purposes. If anyone can tell me why or how to change when you drop items into a container, they'll just like go randomly in the bag and it's not always at the top. I don't know why that is. If anyone knows why that is or how to stop it from doing that, let me know. Okay, we're definitely putting hive minds in this story bag because we don't know what those are for. It's a humanoid brain that is alive in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. So don't know whether or not that'll be important, so we should hang on to it. When I first played through the game, I thought the gems might be important, so I kept them for a long time, but I don't think they serve a purpose unless I'm wrong, so please let me know if I am. I've reached Act 3 on a character that I haven't found any need for them, so I think they're just different ways to get money, which is actually true in 5e in D&D too. Like, if you get gems, you're just like, oh, can I use this for bartering power? And the answer is usually yes. Okay, we have a poison called Drow Poison. It can put targets to sleep if we dip our weapons in it first and then hit someone with it. We have some potions. I need another bag for that, but I don't think I have another pouch, so we'll look for one. We have some potions of speed, which give us more actions. We're not a bard, so we don't need our loot. We also have a spell scroll. We have our Harper's map that we found in the chest by the shore. We'll hold on to that for now. I don't think there's a reason to hold on to that, to be honest, but it doesn't weigh anything, so it's fine. And I would say we would keep the Great Club for damage, but it does... It's two-handed, and she can't hold a shield, and the flame does the same amount of damage, so we're just gonna keep that. Does anyone need boots? Do we all have nice boots? We have some boots. Gale, let's put you in. No, oh gosh, no. No. We're too furry. Okay, I regret everything. We can also throw water during combat or out of combat to put out fires, so we're gonna keep our crops of water. Put our carrot in our supply pack. All right, we have everything organized in our main area, question mark, as I still fiddle with things. I'm trying to think ahead of what we're going to be adding up there, but all right. Next, I was going to do the toolbars. So the game starts off base with these 2 toolbars. I expand them to 3 because I've needed at least 3 in the later parts of the game with all the things that I like to have out. It has a little lock button here so that when it's locked, you can't move anything or accidentally move anything, but you can unlock it to move things around. And again, I have an order that I like to keep things in. It's just how I know them. I have never once used an improvised melee weapon. Am I doing the game wrong, team? I know that there are some videos of like throwing barbarians where you throw people and stuff, and that can be fun. I just have never found that that's my most advantageous thing to do, but please let me know if there's good things to keep that in mind for. For my spell bar, this is I put cantrips on the top row. Those don't cost spell slots so that I know that they're free to do whenever I want to. I also put class abilities. So we have Blessing of the Trickster, which is one of our cleric abilities that allows us to grant advantage to stealth checks for another creature. So I'm going to put that up here. We're going to put guidance up here, although I almost never cast it from the bar. And like when Jess mentioned that they've been casting it from the bar, I put it here, but I never use the hotkeys. It's just there. I probably could get rid of them. All right, then I put the healing spells because this is a cleric character. This is another class ability that's Invoke Duplicity. It looks like the other one, so they look visually appealing there. We could put our damaging spells on this bottom row. I also like to put control spells down here so we can charm people, we can bane, we can turn undead. And Disguise Self is like an out of combat situation. So I usually put those off like by themselves. We can also move these red bars to make these different widths based on how pleasing they might be. Oh, we missed all of this stuff on Shadowheart's character. It was scrolled down and I didn't notice. My apologies. Let's really quickly clean that up. I think that's literally it. Just everything else over here on Gale. Okay. So that's Shadowheart's bar, and I can relock that. Actually, let me put the Revivify scroll here just so I have it. All right, and then for our main character, I don't have as many abilities, and certainly not spells, but to keep things consistent with these main abilities, I just will go ahead and expand it to 3 anyway. Then we can put all of our actions the way we want them. I move my sneak attacks over here. I don't know why I put my melee weapons on top when like I would first be fighting at range most often, but this is the way I do it. And so I put sneak, nope, don't attack your friends. I put sneak attack first, then a regular attack. And then some weapons grant abilities, so I can piercing strike with my short swords. And I can flourish with my short swords. And then I also have an offhand attack. And then for the ranged weapons, we do the same. There's just less abilities. And then we move our cunning actions as the rogue down. I put them in the same order that they are here, but I put them under my rogue abilities. We don't have any spells, so I'm going to leave that area. You know what? I'm not going to leave that area blank. We're going to put our throwables there. So we remember we have them and we can throw things at people. All right. And then, oops. I pressed O just there. That'll take you overhead on top of all your characters if you would like to do that. Okay. Now we're good to go. I just lied again. I just lied again to you. Let me put my dippables there too, just so I visually remember I have them. Eventually we'll have too many, but it's fine for now. And then we're going to relock the bar. Okay, Asterion should be set up the same way that we are at the moment because we have all of the same abilities. So we're going to dash, hide, disengage. Oops. He has one extra ability, I lied. And he's not holding his weapons. I think I might have taken it out of his hand when I tried to put the torch there, so I'll fix that. That's going to disappear as soon as we equip a weapon, so let's do that. Where are your swords, sir? And we can't dual wield crossbows until we find hand crossbows. I mentioned that a little bit during the character creation part of the stream. They're really hard to find, but they're really fun once you get them. All right, and then you see we got our extra short sword options here that we have on our other character. And then I'm also going to put his firebolt. He has that as a high elf cantrip. I'm going to put that next to our ranged abilities. Super swapped. And I don't have multiples of our throwables and stuff yet, so those won't go on his toolbar yet.
I've got a long road ahead.
Let's move that to 3 though. All right, one more to go. Got Gale. Definitely gonna need extra space on the wizard. Guess let's just give him a dagger for now. Some weapons use dexterity and some use strength. So if a character doesn't have high strength, you should use a dexterity weapon, which a dagger uses finesse, which is that ability. Okay, almost there, everyone. Nope, nope, don't need to do that right now. Those are those. We'll bring our spells over because he's mostly going to have spells. We have an ability called Arcane Recovery, which will let us regain spell slots on a short rest. And actually, we just short rested, so let's do that right now. We can regain that first level spell slot, and it's like we never used it. We're going to not use that spell slot right away. We're going to move our cantrips up to the top again, and then our damaging spells and our control spells along with mage armor. Let's go ahead and use our mage armor. Oh, can't have armor equipped. That's why he's wearing the robe. My bad. I mean, I knew that. I play a wizard. What do you mean? Oh, we have option of a green robe. Or I think this is Gale's robe. Oh no, it doesn't say Gale's robe. It's just a different color. All right, we'll keep him in purple. That's what he came in. So we can cast mage armor as long as we are not wearing armor. And increase our dexterity to, is it 15 or 14 on him? 14. So it's 13 plus your dexterity, and he only has a +1. All right, and that's going to do it for setting up our toolbars and our inventory. So hopefully that was helpful for someone. I'm sure it's not like super exciting things to watch, but we're gonna continue on through the temple. I misspoke before. I moved our ranged weapons, our light crossbows, onto our cleric and our mage because they're proficient in those, and I moved the short bows back to our rogues so that they can use them and they do more damage. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just thinking of wanting hand crossbows, but anyway, I put them on the correct characters so that they are doing the most damage we can get with our current inventory. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.